Well, hello everyone. Good morning and welcome to Laughter Yoga. Wow, it's just such a great day to be alive and to be able to laugh and to create those dose hormones with our laughter. And we know that it helps, oh, well, with so many different things. Heart health, it helps with the giggle, wiggle, jiggle. All the movements are getting the lymphatic system moving, uh, grabbing all the T cells that come out that help gobble up the bugs that might be lurking. So there's all sorts of wonderful benefits, and we laugh because we can. It's that magical medicine that we give ourselves. I am Ann Metcalf. I'm a laughter yoga teacher, and I'm so grateful that those of you who are joining me, every day or off and on, and just popping in, just to be silly, goofy. Dr. Kataria, who started this 30 years ago, he says we need to just be like a child, be silly, goofy, and you know, not let, oh, what will people think if I act so silly? And there's that getting over the hurdle of it's just saying, oh, this is just too silly. And when you do it over and over again, you know what? Those thoughts slowly fall by the wayside. And you just do it because you know it feels good. And so today we're going swimming. So even if you don't know how to swim, we are actually playing a little bit with the neuroplasticity of our brain, because when we act out things that we don't know how to do, the brain gets a little confused and going, what? I didn't know we knew how to swim. And by pretending to do the swimming strokes and the diving and all the things we're doing, your brain is actually, no, it creates new neurons and go, oh, all right, if I know how to swim. That doesn't mean you can swim, but if you haven't ever learned how to, but in one way can help build the confidence to do that. Anyway, let's just have fun. We're just going to giggle, wiggle, and splash as we celebrate the lifelong joy of swimming. Um, and so, National Learn to Swim Day is observed every third Saturday in May and encourages families to prioritize water safety before the start of summer. And swimming, it's more than a survival skill. It's joyful. It's a lifelong activity that promotes cardiovascular fitness, getting that heart healthy, stress relief, and social connection. And historically, ancient societies like the Greeks, the Romans, and the Egyptians practiced swimming as both a survival and a military skill, while in medieval Europe, swimming was often neglected, leading to higher drowning rates until swimming lessons became popular in the 19th century. And the Swimways Corporation established this day 11 years ago in 2014, reminding us that water confidence can begin at any age. And early exposure to swimming benefits children's motor skills, safety awareness, and just emotional well being, especially for those with disabilities. Uh, Through today's laughter yoga session, we celebrate swimming's ancient roots and the modern joy, playfully exploring the water through our imagination and laughter. And even if we're on dry land, and or online here, we can still float, splash, and laugh like we're in the deep blue sea. So let's get started with our wiggle, giggle, jiggle, and get those. We can do some tapping. Get those T cells going. So let's do a wiggle, jiggle. We've got the energy flowing through our hand chakras. And you shake it off and give yourself a hug. Just give yourself a hug and say, oh, I love you. You're just the most precious person around. And you know what? You are. You are, I am, we all are. All right. And if we're going swimming, let's do some warm-ups with our cross check. And this is a brain gym activity. And we're putting our right hand on our left thigh, and our left hand on our right thigh, and the brain is having to think, okay, we're crossing over. It's like crossing over the right and the left side of the brain. All right. Okay, and let's just do some quick tapping. Oh, breath in. Sigh out. And, use pressure. You don't want to bruise yourself, but, some pressure on this bone, cheekbone. And then I think it's called the K27 kidney meridian. So just tap on that. And I always like to thank my body for just being its beautiful, healthy self, the whole optimal wellness that we can be. When we lower down to the bone, the sternum here, and just tap on that. You can use your fist. No breaking ribs allowed. And that activates the thymus. We got those T cells, and you can sort of roar like a lion. Roar. And if there's any frustration or angry or whatever you had going on today, and we'll just release it. And then our spleen, tapping on the spleen, which is over on this side. And that, when you're under stress, you get worried, it doesn't work so well. So we want to stimulate it. So it's helping our body stay healthy as well. So let's get going. We're going to do a splashy clap lap. We're going to splash the water at the screen and pretend you're in this pool. And we just clapping. We could do our ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. And imagine the water splashing. Ever do that with when you're in the water and you're splashing each other and you're laughing? So we're going to go, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, 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 oh, and it's just so refreshing, so much fun. And of course, the dog paddle. And so we're going to just pretend maybe you're just learning how to swim, or you're just paddling around in the water and the ocean, and then paddling around. And that's kind of how dogs paddle around. They've got their legs moving, and let's move our legs and our arms, and we're doing the dog paddle. Oh, and it just feels so good. That refreshing water. And of course, now bubble blowing. When you learn to swim, when you're a little kid, and you know what, even for adults who have never learned to swim, because their parents never, they didn't have swimming lessons. Now they do. They have, adults can learn. So if your mom and dad don't know how to swim, you get them out and get them to join some adult swimming. And so let's, and sometimes that fear is just putting your face in the water. So we're going to imagine putting our face in the water, and we could hold on to the edge of the pool and just breathe in and blow bubbles. And come up laughing. All the bubbles are tickling your face. Very good, very good, yay. Very good, very good, yay. And I encourage you to do that with me, the very good, because you go very good, and yay. When you go yay, it's pretty hard to frown. When you're going, yay, yippee, how can it get any better than this? And so we're going to just breathe in as you just sway side to side. Imagine you're floating on a calm lake, and just exhale slowly and smiling. So just breathe in, hold it, and just breathe out. Just feel yourself floating on the water. Breath in, enjoying the sunshine, and just breathe out. Now you're going to be a sea star, and it's a stretch laugh. So a sea star, and they've got, some of them have many legs. Some of them just have 5. So we're going to be a floating sea star and just laugh as you feel the imaginary waves carrying you around. And we're stretching. We'll be a starfish. But are they really a fish? I think that's why they call them sea stars. So you've got your legs spread out. Oh, and just floating. And you're floating with the waves. Although they like to stick to the bottom of the ocean. But use your imagination. That's the wonderful thing about laughter yoga. When you use your imagination, that spurs and sparks the creativity. So now, this one a little more challenging to pretend, but we're going to be bouncing on our diving board. We're going to do a diving board giggle as you as we walk along the diving board. And you can imagine it being a meter or 3 feet, or the high diving board and the pool looks so far away. We'll crawl up the ladder. Ooh. Either kind of a nervous giggle or a brave giggle. I've got this. And we're going to bounce on the end of the board, and then we'll take our dive. Woo, and maybe we could do a cannonball. So we hold your knees up. We'll do a cannonball or a one-legged cannonball. Cherry, I think that's called cherry bomb. And you just leap into the pool. Bong, 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 boom, into the pool you go with huge water splashing everywhere. Oh, and let's just do some breaststroke with a frog kick. And that way you can see all around you and keep your head up. Oh, and you can see all around you. Whoa, it's wonderful. Everybody's just swimming and you're gliding. And now let's just swim backwards. We're on our back. Oh, and we can see the clouds and the sun and the sky. And it doesn't matter where we're going. We're safe and all is well. Beautiful. Oh, so now we're going to pretend we're under the water holding our breath. So inhale fully and hold your breath and then pretend to be underwater. Then exhale with just a burst of laughter. So we're underwater. Take a deep breath. And another deep breath in as we dive under. Oh, wonderful. Well, a few little sayings to send you on your way. The water is your friend. You don't have to fight with water. Share the same spirit and it will help you move. And that's by Aleksandr Popov, an Olympic swimmer. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. And that's by Rabindranath Tagore. And the best way to observe a fish is to become a fish. And that's by Jacques Cousteau. So I hope you enjoy this laughter yoga with swimming. And I encourage you to, if you don't know how to learn, if you don't know how to swim, learn. And if you do, just go and enjoy. Thank you for joining me today with this laughter yoga. And I hope to see you soon. Toodaloo. Bye for now.